Hello there everyone, this is Phantom Deuce here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Issei Was the Reincarnation of Arceus, Part 2. So yeah, yep, if you guys didn't know, this is the ship, Grayfia, and this is Issei. So we're gonna start off at the last part, where Grayfia was thinking how to answer Issei. As Issei was waiting for an answer and said, "You got all the time on the world, I can wait." And she then snapped. The whole place just froze and no one could see. I had a feeling someone was watching, so I just paused it. Now you can keep thinking. As he sat down in the chair and waited. Then Grayfia said, "So am I gonna go to school with you?" Then he thought about it and said, "Yep, you have to." So yeah, part 4 of Neglected will be... I don't want it to be today, but maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Then he nodded and said, "Yep, you're gonna have to go to school with me." And she then told him to get up and come close to her. As Issei did what she said and got up. Then he says, "So what do you need?" Then she kissed him on the forehead and said, "Yep, I would love to." Yup, the easiest way, right? I could have done this a longer, different way, but I don't like this way. Then Issei smiled and said, "Okay." Then Issei just hugged her and said, "Thank you." Which was making Grayfia blush a lot, but she held it back. As Issei just told her, "No, if you want, you can stay with me, or you can stay at the Glimmering House again. It's your choice." As he snapped. So yeah, Issei has been living, since he has the power to create stuff. Issei moved out of Astasil's house, so he lives on his own in a big ass house in the dimensional gap where I said Arceus is at, so he can speak with Issei. Which Arceus won't be able to get out of there since Issei has all his powers now. So yeah, Issei lives where Arceus is at. Then Issei said, "Tell the others that I'll be going back home," as he snapped and a portal appeared. Then Grayfia asked, "So, if I won, can I go with you?" Then Issei smiled and said, "Whenever you want, you're able to come. All you have to do is say my name." As he leaves. So yeah, he just left it there thinking as everyone came in and asked, "So what happened with you and Issei?" Unless Rias has already known that Sex, her older brother, cheated on Grayfia, so yeah, they didn't have Rias' nephew. Sir Sex doesn't have it with that other girl that he cheated on Grayfia. So Grayfia just said, "Well, he turned me to this age." Yep, she looks exactly as in this image. So, okay, as Rias asked, "Issei's able to do that?" Then Grayfia nodded and said, "Something with his power sharing or something." But she didn't want to admit it because she knew that Issei is watching. Yep, he has more eyesight to this whole universe than anyone else. So yeah, we're gonna continue to... I want to say season 2, but... what happened on season 2? I'm gonna pause. Sorry about the pause. We're gonna skip to a month later. The Sword Project. No, we're not gonna skip a month later. We're gonna skip a week later where they're celebrating Ria's other wedding with her real boyfriend, which her mother and father knew about. She was dating the White Dragon Emperor, which Issei found out who the White Dragon Emperor is. And the White Dragon Emperor, if he even tries to touch Issei, he gonna get the hands, not the hands. He's just gonna get one finger blown away. So yeah, Issei's gonna be more broken than anyone in this universe. So yeah, we're gonna continue. Then we skip to the party. Issei was just wearing this, just no tank top. He's wearing just a shirt under that. As Issei just went to the party and said, "Well, President, I hope you have a happy life with how do you call him, Volley over here." As Volley said, "How do you know my name?" He says, "Yes, you're the White Dragon Emperor. Easy to find out." As Volley just saw through Issei's eyes, a nearby future of him and Issei fighting. But he didn't see anything else. Then Volley says, "Okay, Issei Hyodo." "Nah, my name is no longer Hyodo. I am Issei Arceus. That's my name. But call me Issei." Then the White Dragon Empress then Volley smiled and said, "Okay, Issei. So yeah, young a marriage. How lovely, right?" As Issei saw Grayfia just sitting down with the same dress in the screamer over there. Yes, people. As Issei just went towards her and said, "Well, it looks like you don't. It looks like you are sitting by yourself. I'm gonna sit here with you." Then Issei asked, "Well, I am having a question. When do you want to have the date?" As Grayfia remembered what Issei asked her, and started to blush and said, "Whenever you want." Then Issei smiled and said, "How about this?" As he grabbed her, and they disappear. Sir Sex knew that someone made Grayfia younger again. Since I don't know the certain age of the devils in the of the devils in My Hero, no, not the devils in My Hero Academia. The devils of High School DxD. They seem to be alive more longer than anyone. So yeah. Then Issei and Grayfia were in front of, in top of water, dancing under the moonlight, and dancing under the moon. As Grayfia said, "How are we able to stand on top of it?" As Issei says, "Simple, me. I froze the time in the water, and now we're able to walk on top of it." So yeah, as Issei grabbed her hands and started dancing with her. As she and him were having a fun time. Everyone was starting to wonder where was Issei. As Issei said, "Time to go back." Then when Issei and Grayfia were done, she kissed him on the cheek and said, "Thank you." Issei was red, but he just hid it by putting his hair over his face. So Issei just grabbed her bridal style and said, "You're not leaving anywhere." As he then teleported back to the wedding and looked and was there as he put her down and went through the door. As everyone saw them, as Issei, then Issei, and said, "Well, what did I miss?" As Grayfia, as I'm gonna be back, guys. I'm gonna go. Sorry about that. I'm gonna pause. So yeah, I'm back. Issei just acting normal, like these are just people beneath him. As Rios wanted to yell at Issei, but Grayfia defended Issei and said that he just wanted to cheer me up. That's all. As Rios knew why Issei was cheering her up, because Grayfia told her that Issei asked her out. So yeah, but she is happy for Issei because she's already dating someone else, but she's finally getting married to. But since Rios is 18, she's illegally allowed to. Japan rules. I don't really care what people say. So yeah. Then Issei smiled at Grayfia and said, "You didn't have to defend me. I could have just froze all of them and karate chopped their necks." As Grayfia looked at Issei and said, "Still, if you would have done it, you would have just gotten arrested by all of them." And Issei said, "Still, I can just send them to a void if I want to." As Rias heard this and was like, "You can send us all to a void?" And Issei said, "Yup. What, wanna see?" As he snapped his two fingers. Then a giant void started to suck everything in. Caesar was just standing there like yawning. It was like, ooh, I don't know what you guys are like. Wow, this, wow. It's just a void. Caesar had a great Grayfia on both of his arms, holding her bridal style just to not let her go. And she said, "Can you please stop that?" Then he said, "Okay," as he snapped again. The void was gone, everything went back to normal. They said, "How were you able to do that?" Then Issei said, "You have your secret, President. I have my secrets. That is the only thing I'll say to you." Then Sir Sex said, "Issei Hyodo, explain to me, how were you able to do that? And why are you holding her like that?" Then Issei looked at him with blood-red eyes of anger and said, "You sneaky son of a gun. You're technically telling me that you're calling her now instead of your own wife. If you weren't with my president's brother, I would have killed you years ago." Looking at him with anger, with an angry expression, saying, "Oh, you're gonna..." Then Ria said, Issa, you don't have to kill my brother, please don't." Then Issa said, "Okay, I won't. Just tell him to stay away from Grayfia." And when Grayfia saw the angry look on Issa, yes, I'm not planning on doing anything overrated right now. No rated R hero scenes yet. Yes, we're not gonna have monkey scenes. So yeah, Issei let go of Grayfia, put her back on her feet and said, "Now, don't be sad about someone who just cheats on a woman as nice as you, okay?" Oh god, I think I'm doing this wrong, but okay. Then Issei smiles and she smiles as well. Then Issei says, "But still, you're coming with me, not them, okay?" And she just sighs and said, "I will." And Issei said, "Okay," smiling at her. Then the party was over. Someone wanted to challenge Issei, but they saw what he did to the Demon King without even without even being scared. He wasn't scared. He was just like saying it out of tone that no one would ever want to speak to the King of all hell. Then he said, saw someone wanting him to challenge you, but then the person remembered what Issei did to Sir Zack, so he just said, "Nope, I'm out. Not planning to beat that kid up." As Issei just smiled and said, "Good. Now I won't have to kill anyone." As Issei Oka Grayfia, who was just talking to Rias and the other girls, who was smiling for once. As the other girls were asking Grayfia, "Can you tell us anything about that Hyodo guy?" And Grayfia said, "I can't. If I tell you, I might as well. Yeah. Nah, he won't be trusting me again. No, he won't trust me again." Once they all understood and just said, "Okay." Rias was the one that wanted to even know what in the hell are his abilities. As the party was over, Grayfia said, "Well, Eastern coming with you." As he said, "Okay, so let's go." And Grayfia said, "So we're walking there?" Then he just started to laugh and said, "Us walking there? It's in the middle of space and time. Why would we walk there?" Grayfia was wondering, "What do you mean space and time?" As he snap. this. As she got an image of the house and where it was. As she was shocked to see that it was in a place like that. As she says, so how are we supposed to get there? He just said, this. A portal opened and said, walk through it. You'll see where my house is at. But it looks like an ordinary world. And when she walked through it, she was a giant house with a lot of rooms. Give me a second. So yeah, imagine Issei's house to be. Imagine Issei's house to be like this. He has two different ways to get to his house. You can jump into the water and go to the water one. So you see like there's two different houses. One on the so basically explain it in a different way. Issei has two different dimensions to get to his house. So the other dimensions has more rooms and this one has more rooms. So if he jumps into the water, he'll be looking up at you like, hi. So yeah, I'm gonna pause. So yeah, Issei's house is in that dimension. And Grayfia was walking on top of the water as she asked, why is the water not wetting me? And Issei said, because this is only to go to my other house. As she wondered, what other house? As Issei pointed down and said, jump. Then Issei grabbed her hand and jumped into the water with her as she came out not wet. And she looked and she saw that this house was 2 times bigger than the other one. And she asked, how are you able to do this? And Issei said, oh, that house belongs to him. Pointing at the giant Pokemon looking at them as Issei said, so, Arceus, aren't you supposed to be? Oh, forgot. We're in this dimension, so you're able to see me. Then Arceus said, yes, Issei. So this is the girl you've been talking about all day yesterday. As Issei blushed a bit and said, you weren't supposed to say that? Then Arceus said, oh, so you both are dating. Interesting. So what brings you to this side of the house, Issei? No, just showing her around. She'll be staying with us. And then Grayfia asked Issei, who is he? As Issei said, he is Arceus, the person who created this world. Or the animal that created this world. Or the Pokemon. I don't really know which one he is. And Issei said, and he has his own mouth so he can speak to you. As Arceus said, hi, I am Arceus, the god of Pokemon. I am Issei's reincarnation, but I sent my body to this alternate dimension just in case to teach Issei any moves that he doesn't understand that well. And he gave me back my mind, so I will be able to stay here. As Grayfia understood and was trying to bow down, as Issei said, bow down to him and you're bowing down to me. Then Issei just said in an angry tone, not wanting her to bow down. Then she did it because she saw the anger in Issei's tone and she said, okay, I won't. And Issei just got happy and said, okay, so come on. And Arceus said, well, then good afternoon to both of you. And Issei smiled and left with Grayfia to the other side. Then a few moments later, when Issei was done showing her around, Grayfia said, so where should I be sleeping? As Issei said, getting a thought that you're only supposed to be getting if you're having... not telling yet. As Issei said, you're sleeping with me. Then she started to blush red and said, out of all the rooms, you're staying with you? And Issei said, yep, so come on. As Issei grabbed her and went to his room. So yeah, that part isn't happening. If any of you are thinking what I'm doing with this, that isn't happening until I want it to happen. Which I'm gonna have to do that for the Naruto neglected one. I'm going to regret this a million times harder than this. As Issei got onto bed took off his shirt and and went to bed. Yes, boys, he is sleeping with a pajama on his where his pants go. Don't be thinking about they're gonna be going nah. I'm not saying it. So yeah, Issei just went to bed and said, "Well, you're coming or not?" Smiling at her, as she was blushing really hard. Then Issei said, "I won't peek. You can change." As he uses magic and as he uses magic to pause his eyes, then he said, "Look, I can't even see you anymore. So go ahead." And Arceus taught Issei not to be a pervert anymore. So yes, Issei pervert erased from the universe. Good, right? As Grayfia was done changing and she got into bed. Then Issei, in the middle of the night, Issei felt someone getting closer and closer to him. As Issei said, "Dang, is this girl already gonna..." Then he said, "No, take those thoughts away from your head. Not yet, you're too young, come on." As he then turned around and saw Grayfia just looking at him and said, "Issei?" And Issei said, "Yes?" As Grayfia said, "Oh no. I'm gonna regret this a million times. When I do that part for neglected, I'm gonna regret it a million times." So yeah. Then Grayfia said to Issei, "Can we cuddle?" Well, that came out the wrong way, so don't think of that I'm doing it that way. Then Issei blushed and said, "Okay." Arceus from outside, he was seeing it through Issei's eyes as he was laughing and laughing. As Issei felt someone laughing as he looked into his mind and said, "Arceus, aren't you supposed to be sleeping?" As Arceus said, "Why should I be sleeping if I could see this happen?" This is better than drama shows. Then Issei grabbed Grayfia and brought her close to him as he fell asleep. As she fell asleep on Issei, and he fell asleep. Then we skip to the next day. Grayfia was still sleeping as Issei just smiled and said, "Well, she sleeps better here than over there." Then Issei got up, put on his shirt, put on the same coat that he would see on the stream, and went off to the kitchen. As he started to make breakfast for Arceus and him and Grayfia. Then Grayfia woke up and said, "Huh? Where's Issei?" She then smelled something and went to the kitchen. As she saw Issei. Yes, people, Issei Hyoto. A person that can cook better than God himself. If you bring a chef God from any anime, I think they'll be in a time award. And this one, Issei knows how to cook very well, since he lives on his own now. Then Grayfia said, "Hi, Issei." She had her one-eye closed while she was looking at Issei. Then Issei looked at her from top to bottom and saw that he was hugging her. He saw that when he was hugging her, she was, I hate to say this, but she was only on, so imagine the real Screamery crap. Yes, she was like that. She was exactly like that. But then when she went to the kitchen, she had her clothes on. Yes, people, don't be thinking I'm gonna be making that happen just yet. As Issei just remembered how he was hugging her as his face went red and said, "Huh, good morning, Grayfia." So yeah, here, I made breakfast. I have to go to class later, so if you want, you can come with me since we both have to go. She nodded and just ate breakfast. As Issei said, "So, how it is? How was it?" Then she said, "It was horrible." Then Issei just said, "God, I knew my cooking is bad." Then she said, "No, it was actually good." As Issei smiled and said, "Good. Now let's go." Then we skip to where they having the club meeting. Two people in black clothes were inside of the club room. As Issei asked, "So Rich or Preston, who are they? Who are these people?" Then Grayfia hit Issei on the head and said, "Respect her, Issei." And Issei said, "Okay, okay. President, who are they?" Then she said, "I don't know. They're about to explain to us." Cliffhanger.